Hi everyone, this evening I am playing Eutaw Springs. It is part of the Great Battles of the American Revolution game published by GMT. This version is from the tri-pack and it's a pretty straightforward battle. It's 10 turns. The British, the Redcoats, and they do have some loyalists with them as well, are in this area here. Is a sort of an encampment. That is the main objective, and the Americans, we'll call them the Patriots, the rebels. They will be entering from this side of the board, moving their way across and trying to take these key objective points here. They are marked on the board with the sort of encampment artwork. So these hexes here, in particular this one here. And the British are simply going to try and defend and push them back and try and inflict as many casualties as they can. As I said, it's pretty short. It's a 10-turn scenario. What I'll do, for those of you who haven't watched my videos before, I will play the turn. I don't video that. And what I'll do instead is give a sort of a short summary of what happened to sort of keep the video quite pacey and quite short. So in the first few turns, nothing much to report other than the the Americans, I keep calling them loyalists, the Americans have brought some of their forces onto this main road here, and met with this foraging party. The foraging party were not expecting them, and they were caught unawares, and they have retreated, scarpered, as we like to say here in the UK, scarpered into this wooded area here. And for the sake of this, the way I'm playing this tonight, they will take no more part in the game. This means there's a nice bit of chrome rules in this particular battle. They have not called the alarm, so the British are still unawares of the American troops, the Patriots, arriving into this area. So the next turn, the Americans will be getting the initiative and they will go first. The next turn, turn number 3, they have quite a substantial number of counters coming on, including green, coming on to the battlefield. Just on turns 3 and 4, the American Patriots have started to enter the camp here. The British forces lost a morale as they did so. Lee's Legion of Foot and Dragoons, or horse, they were repelled by these redcoats here. But here, this unit of horse and foot were able to disrupt this unit over here, making them retreat 3 hexes. And then in the next phase, we'll engage the British foot there. So already the Americans have made some progress. You can't see, but off on this road here, there are some more American units, including some artillery, some foot, and some dragoons. And then at the top of the map, again, you can't see, but Swamp Fox and another unit are making their way from the top side of the map as well. So already the American Patriots off to a good start. Just completed turn number 5. The Patriots have been able to push quite hard into this part of the encampment here, but Coffin and some foot were able, and some horse were able to push back the Maryland brigade here. The top here, the British have rallied. They've realised they've been caught by surprise and have been able to push back the Patriots. So we've got some counters with disrupted counters on them. The artillery have done next to nothing. Every dice roll so far on both sides has been very, very poor. So artillery making no difference whatsoever, though they are starting getting into position. From memory, you can only have 1 artillery per hex. So the Americans are going to be needing to position this artillery soon as well. So yes, quite fierce fighting in the encampment. We've just done turn number 6, and the American Continentals are doing very well this side of the map. Green has pushed the Redcoats out and is starting to move towards the encampment, which is some of the key victory points for this particular battle. And the artillery, again, not doing a huge amount so far. This sort of top end of the map, I think it's not quite so clear as to, or this side of the encampment's not quite so clear as to who's faring the better there. The British have had quite a few units with disruption, so their army morale is now in a fatigued state. The American Continentals are in a high morale state. So the this side of the road, the Continentals have been able to push the Redcoats out. Green's been able to take some of the objectives. This side, however, the north side of the road, the Redcoats have done the opposite. So the Redcoats have pushed the Americans out. So the next few turns are going to be quite telling. There's 3 turns left. The Patriots have got to make good and consolidate their capture of the encampment, and the Redcoats have got to push them back out and stop them. So a very eventful turn. The Americans, the Patriots, were making quite good progress, but the British Redcoats were able to surround, and then just, even though the odds were against them, that every single dice they rolled was a 9, and were able to capture Green and capture some more units, push them back, and I think we'll call the game there with Green captured. I think technically, yes, I think there's enough strength points and Green to be captured to be considered a major victory for the Redcoats. Was quite close. That was the last. That was the last turn we'll play. Yeah, quite a close game. I actually thought the Continentals were going to just about hold on, but they just couldn't quite. And in fairness, it was simply down to a couple of the combat rounds. The Redcoats just, like I said, just rolling 9. I think they rolled 2 9s in a row, and even though the odds were against them, they were able to. And that's the difficulty when if you can surround and there's nowhere for them to go when they retreat, then they're captured and whatnot. So yeah, good. It was good fun. It's a smaller battle for sure, but a nice narrative that played out. So yeah, very enjoyable. And this is part of the tri-pack. So if you get the tri-pack, you get 3 games and this one, or 3 battles and this one, Eutaw Springs. So yeah, good fun. And thanks for watching as ever.